Get ready to buckle up and invest in the future of driving with these top 7 car stocks that are leading the way in self-driving technology. Self-driving cars could be the biggest investment trend of the next 10 years. Not only will autonomous vehicles change the way we drive, but they will also have a huge impact on public transportation, parking, and even auto manufacturing. From Tesla's fully autonomous driving capabilities to Alphabet's innovative driverless software, these stocks are revving up for a driverless future. Don't miss out on the opportunity to be a part of the ride towards a revolutionary new era in transportation. But before we begin, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we have new video uploads. If the cost of ride-hailing services drops to less than 25 cents a mile, which is about a third of what it costs to own your own car, and it takes less than 5 minutes for an autonomous taxi to get to your home, you might not even need to own your own car in 5 years. There are 3 ways to develop self-driving technology. Tesla is using a camera-based approach, which is faster to develop and scale but not as accurate as the LiDAR-based technology used by Alphabet's Waymo unit or General Motors. The camera-based self-driving doesn't need those HD maps or a lot of the other infrastructure that needs to be built first, so it can be the first to market. However, this isn't necessarily a Betamax versus VHS situation. Tesla's camera-based system may be faster to develop, but a lot of those LiDAR systems are already being tested. Tesla may be able to launch its ride-hailing platform faster on a national scale, but that doesn't mean that the others are much further behind, and the added accuracy from that system may be something that gives them the edge. Either way, this is going to change how you think about transportation and even owning a car. ARC estimates that self-driving cars, because of this increase in demand, car companies could make $40 billion in the next 3 years, and ride-hailing companies could make $70 billion. Now that you know the research and opportunity behind the self-driving trend, let's look at 7 car stocks to watch. These are 7 companies that could benefit the most from this trend. Now, looking at the big picture, ride-hailing platforms have the most to gain as people stop driving their own cars every day. But that's probably going to take a little longer to develop. Software and hardware makers, along with car manufacturers, will benefit first from that build-out. So, if I were an investor, I'd buy stocks all along that supply chain to take advantage of every step in this evolution. Last year, ticker LSER went up 200%. Last year, Luminar released its LiDAR and got its first production contract from Volvo. It also announced a partnership with Intel's Mobileye for a robo-taxi service. This year and next, the company is testing out its system's features, and it recently teamed up with SAIC Motor. The biggest car company in China will put its technology into their new line of electric cars. Analysts expect the company to make as much as $115 million in sales by 2023. However, the shares are still priced at a high 323 times this year's expected sales. The company went public through a SPAC deal in December, and it's only focused on LiDAR, unlike Velodyne, which has other business lines. Analysts don't seem too worried, though, as the average price target for the next year is $34.50 per share. Velodyne is the smaller company, but it already has higher sales and multiple markets outside of autonomous vehicles. The company started testing the world's first commercial 3D LiDAR in 2007 and has strategic partnerships with Ford, Baidu, Nikon, and Hyundai. The company's hardware and software can be used for things other than cars, which is why I like it better than Luminar. It also has a better valuation. This year's expected sales of $90 million are expected to grow to $313 million by 2023, which puts the shares at 29 times sales, or about a tenth of the price of Luminar. Analysts have an average price target for the shares of $22, which is about $60 more than the current price. Active plc, ticker APTV, is another well-known company with benefits in the self-driving taxi market. The company is now working on the software that will make all of this possible. It has already partnered with Lyft and Hyundai and logged more than 100,000 paid rides in self-driving cars. Aptiv already has a strong business in electronics and safety systems for cars, so it's not just counting on ride-hailing. It owns patents for vehicle architecture, security, and user experience. This year's sales are expected to be $15.6 billion, which is 19% higher than last year. Based on that price-to-sales ratio, the stock is worth about 2.5 times what it's worth now. General Motors, GM, is still trying to shake off its reputation as an old-school car company, but it has a bright future in autonomous driving and electric cars. The company got permission to test its Level 4 self-driving cars in California last October and started testing in December. Now, Microsoft has invested $2 billion in the project and is a long-term partner to give the cars access to software and its cloud services. The company is expected to make $140 billion in sales this year, which is $14 billion more than it made last year. If not this year, then the next. I think it will surprise on the upside. Morgan estimates that households have at least $2 trillion in cash savings they don't need. Analysts are only expecting a 10% upside to an average target of $63.80 per share, but trading at just 0.6 times that price-to-sales basis, this one could easily surprise higher over the next year or two. The $643 billion electric vehicle company unveiled its Tesla network, which could be the first nationwide self-driving taxi service. ARK Invest thinks this could start as early as next year, and it's a big reason why the firm has a $3,000 price target for the shares. Tesla's camera-based self-driving system is faster to develop and scale than that system running on LiDAR because you don't need as much mapping. Intel, ticker symbol INTC, is my sleeper pick for self-driving car stocks. The company bought systems leader Mobileye in 2017 and has agreements with Volkswagen, BMW, and Nissan to share data. It collects 5 million miles of data every day, which could help it make one of the most advanced self-driving systems. Mobileye is also working on commercial fleet robotaxi technology that could come out as early as next year. This could help a lot of the companies we've been talking about, and the market isn't giving the company credit for any of this. Sales are expected to be $73 billion this year, which is down from last year and flat through 2023, and shares are trading for just 3.6 times earnings. Upside analysts aren't expecting much either, with an average price target of $63 per share, which is 4% below the current price. Now it's time for the stock that everyone else is recommending for self-driving, but I'm not quite sold on $89 billion Baidu Inc., ticker Baidu. Like Google, Baidu has a solid internet business, and the shares aren't crazy expensive. They're trading at about 4.5 times that. The company got China's first license to test its driverless cars in December and was the sixth to get a fully autonomous vehicle testing permit in California. In September, Baidu showed itself driving Apollo, but the problem is that the system it's using is built on infrastructure sensors, so it's going to be much more expensive to develop and scale that network than either Tesla's camera-based or Google's self-driving car system. Investing in the future of self-driving cars may be a smart move for those looking to grow their portfolios. The car industry is undergoing a major transformation, and these 7 car stocks are leading the way with cutting-edge technology and innovative solutions that are revolutionizing the way we drive. As the world moves towards a driverless future, keeping an eye on these hot car stocks may prove to be a wise investment decision. Click on the video to the right to get more of these. And if you like this video, don't forget to share, hit the like button, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next one.